Hello and welcome back to the Eternian Stories channel, where today I think we're going to take a look at my April spreads thus far. It is still the middle of April as I'm filming this. I'm kind of filming things. I'm a little bit behind, but I do want to keep certain things, going and stuff. So, the April bullet journal setup was very simple. I did sunflower. This is the March wrap up, by the way. At the end of the last video, I talked about, how this one was just kind of a whole long entry as opposed to the nicer ones I had done before, where it's, paragraphs are separated. This one looks really nice too, but this one not so much, and the handwriting's not as good either because I really just wanted to get it written down and get into my April setup so I could start working on stuff. But I did sunflowers. I put a little bit more throughout this time, not so much keeping it out. This is a place for ideas because I don't work anymore, as I mentioned in the last setup. So I just left this for ideas, doodles, whatever. And then this is my calendar for when I have school, when I want to upload a video. Usually, not that happens very often, that I do them on time, but the schoolwork tracker also untouched again because mental health struggles are not fun, but we deal with them. So, that's just untouched, but we do have decorations at the bottom this time. And then moving to the next page, we have my actions and goals, which, my most used spread, honestly. I love it. I tried a different approach of how to set it up, what kind of things I was putting in it. I put a lot less things to do. I only put 8. I finished 1. I might finish a second or a third today. I don't know. We'll see. But I did put less here. There's a couple more weekly tasks, and then I put little boxes for each of them. I messed up down here, but that's okay. We don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I put my weekly tasks here, and then all of my daily tasks. I have less of them than I had last time. I think last time I had something like, I don't even remember. I'm gonna have to look and see because I don't know. This one. I had 12. Okay, so it is the same amount. It just looks different. It looks a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. Just things I want to be doing every day. I like the yellow and brown. I think it does look very nice together. And then over here we have my YouTube upload tracker. I left more room because I thought I would do more videos this month, but I really didn't. So all that room wasn't really necessary. And then I have the video ideas down here that I always have, but I put a couple of little sunflowers there. And then the next page is... So this is what I meant by my word count. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. I hit the camera. Whoops. All right, well. So this is a better representation of my graph for my writing in increments of 200 now instead of 100. So my little thingies don't get stuck at the top there. Because writing 5,000 in a day is very hard for me. Not something I'll probably really make it to unless I'm doing like a write for 12 hours or 24 hours or something like that, which, stay tuned, I have written for 12 hours. That'll be in these videos somewhere. I don't know if it'll be uploaded before or after this, but this is a better representation of my word tracker because it's this line. The dotted line is how many words I want to be writing every day. Some days I write more, some days I write less, sometimes I don't write for a week apparently, and then, it gets better, so, and I still have some to add to this. But that's a better way to see it, and then I have little guys here, or little guys, little, sunflowers, and then I'll write the total down here at the end of the month, which I hope is a bigger number than last month. I think it will be because there's 3,000 here, 1,000, 1,000, yeah. So it should be a lot better. So far, I've written about 15,000 words, so we'll see. Self-care bingo looking nice. I do want to try to do a couple more things on this spread. I'm not trying to do all of them. It's just more of a place to look and see, oh, I want to do this one, or oh, let me go stand in the sun, which today it's raining, so I can't. But the idea is still there that that's kind of something I want to do. So I do love the self-care bingo. And then these two spreads are new because in March I didn't end up using a couple spreads worth of pages, so I decided to add something new to my journal because I only have 2 months after this, so it should be plenty of room to fit some of the things that I've been wanting to try. And I'll probably use a different bullet journal the next 6 months, so I have room for more spreads that I like. This is a fitness tracker, which my watch, let me show you guys. My watch tells me so much information, and look at the galaxy, so pretty. It'll tell me so much information here, and I like being able to see all that. So then at the end of the day, I'll take a snapshot of how active I was, my step count, how many miles I walked, floors I went up and down because I live on a second floor of my house, so I go up and down the stairs a lot, and then what my stress level was, that it like kind of could guess what my stress level was. So that's really cool. I want to look at this at the end of the month and see what we can figure out. And then the next one is my water intake and sleep trackers. I put them together because I didn't want to have to make the spread twice. And it wouldn't line up with how well this is going. So the yellow one is how much I slept in a night. And I'm trying to keep to about 8 hours, if not a little bit more. Some days I sleep more or less than others. Like this one, I only slept for almost 7 hours instead of 8. And then the brown line is how much water I drank. I'm trying to get between 4 and 5. Some days, like I said, are better than others. These dots are supposed to be sunflowers. I just never colored them in or put the little petals on them. I probably will eventually. But I think this spread will be really cool to look at the end to see, kind of how much I'm sleeping, how much I'm drinking, what I want to have change and stuff like that. So that's cool. And then we get into my weekly spreads that I have not decorated yet. I might end up doing it. I might not. I don't really know. Like I said in the last setup, I really just wanted this to be functional, something that works for me. So I ditched this thing, and this takes up 2 pages now, like a normal weekly spread would. So I have room to write down all the things I want to do in a day. The margins are for a couple different reasons. They're for putting my calendar in the corner, which this, funnily enough, is a sticky note on camera. It kind of looks hard to see that. I ended up messing up the numbers, so I put a sticky note in there to fix that. And then I wanted it to be even, so I have a margin on both sides. And then looking at the next week, didn't really use my spread as much, but I have the calendar here in yellow is the week that we're looking at. And I haven't done one past that, but I'll probably show it to you anyways. So this one got less use, but I still kind of wrote down what I was doing in a day. I'll either write down the tasks I want to get done, and I'll sprinkle in a couple of the things I do throughout the day, like I wanted to clean the coffee table and clean out the litter boxes, but I also did crochet this granny square blanket I'm working on, so I wrote that down just to kind of remember, oh, I worked on it this day, and this day. Maybe next week I'll try to do more than that or less than that if that was too much or whatever. So it is really nice to kind of see what I've been doing, and it'll be cool to look at later in life because I've looked at older bullet journals before, and it's really fun to see what I was working on at the time, which was really cool. So this is a half-finished spread. This week I just have not cared at all, and I have sectioned out my days a little bit, and I might make it look nicer later, I might not. Depends on how I feel. Depression really sucks. Feeling the big sad, as it were. So trying to get things done is just a lot. So I just write down what I get done, what I wanted to work on here, which I did do some of those things. I did do some of them. But this is what a spread looks like when I just do not care and I'm just trying to write down basically using it almost as a notepad to write down what I want to get done in a day or what I'm doing, and that's about it. After that, it's just, this is next week's spread that has not been made yet, but, yeah, so there's large variation to how much I, care about my spreads. So, like, here, this looks really nice, and I worked really hard on it. I didn't write enough down there. Oh, I have a lot of video ideas there. Ooh, I need to look at those. Self-care was smaller. So these ones, at the beginning of the year, I was using this thing so much. I was writing down the weather, what I was eating, throughout the day, what I was working on, and then I had a place for my weekly goals, my sleeping tracker, you know, all these fun things. I was doodling a little bit. Absolutely crazy. Still using it pretty well. Still using it. Alright, we're slowing down a little bit here at the end of the month. Nothing too bad. Still using my spreads, right? Still using them all. Decorating less. Not really. Okay, we really did nothing here. We didn't even put a calendar in. And then going into March, which we've already seen only had 2 weeks in it. So this is all just to kind of say, use your bullet journal how you want to use it. Who cares what the internet thinks if you're going to share it online? You don't even have to share it online. You really don't. I just do because I think it can help people who are thinking, man, my spreads have to look so nice all the time, and they have to look perfect and pristine, and I have to use this thing every single day, and this and that. You don't. You really don't. So I didn't write anything for Saturday because today is Sunday, the 23rd of April. So this will be the last day I'm using this set of pages, and then I'll flip over to the next set. Saturday I'll probably retroactively put in a couple of things I did throughout the day just so it's not completely empty, because I am feeling at least well enough to do that. And then I'll probably write down a couple things for today, and then move on to next week's spread and see if I feel like doing it this way, maybe writing down a little bit, maybe decorating it. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll even try a different kind of spread setup. Excuse me. So sorry. But that's the beauty of having a notebook that is dot grid like this, is because you can literally do whatever you want in, this notebook. So, just keep that in mind when you're starting bullet journaling, or, you're in a rut and you're not feeling like you can do everything you would want to do for it. Just do what you can, do what, you feel is best for it, and, you'll figure it out. I've been doing this for 3.5 years now. Well, June will be 3.5 years, but close enough. I've been doing it for more than 3 years, so I kind of, have figured out that not everything has to be perfect and pristine in here. I mean, sometimes I, for myself, want it to look nice that way, but I'm not trying to make it look a certain way for the internet or the videos I'm making, stuff like that. I'm just doing what I want to do, and I'm sharing it with you all. So keep that in mind when you're starting a bullet journal, or you're having a really hard time with it right now, keeping up with it, stuff like that. There's days that I want to touch this thing, like the March one. I didn't touch it for the last 2 weeks of the month. I did the 6th through the 12th and the 13th through the 19th. I didn't do 20 through 31. So you don't have to use it all the time either if you don't want to, or you don't feel up to it. It's not a super necessary thing, So yeah, just keep all those things in mind. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see on the channel, how your month went, what's going on. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!